Hello, I am Joanna Benfield and I'm a sex therapist and relationship counsellor. I'd like to talk today about sex addiction. Now, sex addiction is a term that gets bandied around a lot by the media. We often hear about celebrities suffering from sex addiction. And we hear many others arguing that it's something that doesn't actually exist. There's nothing wrong with having a healthy interest in sex. And when we're talking about sex addiction, we're talking about something very specific. We're not necessarily just talking about somebody who enjoys sex and who has an active sex life. We're actually talking about when sex is used compulsively as a way of dealing with difficult emotions. So if we think about somebody who takes drugs or who uses alcohol, often they use these to self-soothe. They use them as a way of dealing with difficult things that are happening in their lives. Some people use sex in the same way. Whenever they're feeling a difficult emotion or they're experiencing something difficult in their life, they'll turn to sex as a way of feeling better about it. And for some people, this can really become out of control. So we hear of people who have remortgaged their houses in order to pay for the use of prostitutes, or people who put their health and their partner's health at risk by having unprotected sex with strangers. It's this type of behaviour that we're talking about when we talk of sex addiction. In general, sex addiction is something that people will notice in themselves or that their partners will notice in them. It's generally not for me as a therapist to tell somebody that I think that they're a sex addict. It's for them to tell me that they have a problem with the way that they interact with sex. If you feel that you struggle with your relationship with sex, that perhaps you use sex as a way to deal with difficult emotions, that your sexual behaviour has become out of control, then it's really important that you go to see a therapist and they can help you to find new ways to deal with those difficult emotions and new ways to relate to sex. There are various groups around that can also help if you're struggling with this problem. Groups such as Sex Addicts Anonymous or Sex and Love Addicts Anonymous. So these groups are groups of people who are struggling with similar issues. They're free of charge to attend, and they give you the opportunity to talk to others about what you're dealing with. And sometimes this can be a good way in, can help you to discover whether in fact you do have a real problem with the way that you interact with sex. If you feel this is an issue for you and you would like to talk to somebody about it, please do feel free to call me or to send me an email through my site and we can make an appointment for initial consultation. I see clients in London and in the south of France, and I also see clients worldwide via Skype. So please don't struggle with this problem by yourself. Do get in touch with a sex therapist who can help you. Goodbye. Let's see how that one went. Hello, I'm Joanna Benfield and I'm a sex therapist and a relationship counsellor. I'd like to talk today about the concept of sex addiction. Now, this is a term that gets bandied around a lot by the media. We often hear of actors and pop stars talking about having addiction or being described by others as having addiction. Damn, I didn't record. Okay, that's annoying.